And I think that's the major thing that is most indicative of a successful videographer. Are you willing to put yourself out there? Are you willing to subject yourself to rejection? I think that's the cornerstone of somebody who's going to be successful. I think I've had the same hairstyle since I was 7 years old. Do you think it's time to change it, or are we still good? What's going on, guys? Thank you for coming back to Radiant Media. I am Jesse Welch. I am the founder, where I do freelance videography there, and also I have a full-time job at Plate Crate. I'm a pro videographer, and so I'd love to share some of the insights that I've accumulated over the years of becoming one. Am I perfect? No, absolutely not. Nobody is. But that's the beauty of it. So I'm going to share what I've learned, and if you guys want to share what you've learned as well, make sure to write down in the comments below. I also have a giveaway going on of a DJI Ronin-sc. Stay tuned to the rest of the video. At the end of the video, I will detail how you can participate in it. The number one step in becoming a pro videographer is determining whether you have the drive to even become one. That's the first question I would ask myself. So when I first started, I didn't have all these gadgets and gizmos, and I still don't have a whole lot, nowhere near like a full-time filmmaker or a Peter McKinnon or tomorrow's filmmakers, but I do have some. And I've realized, though, that through having some gear, what really matters is not the gear, but the drive that you have behind the gear, the drive within yourself to tell a particular story. So that story may be, this documentary film, or it may be just about this product. All right, after you've determined that you have the drive, the next thing you're gonna need is some equipment. Some, I would say, relatively basic equipment, and a lot of which I still obviously use today. I would say you're gonna need 5 pieces of equipment. The first piece of equipment is a laptop. And on that laptop, you need a solid editing platform. So when I first started, I used iMovie, pretty basic, and then I moved on to Premiere Pro. It has a little bit more graphics capabilities and a little bit more fonts to use, so I recommend that one. The second piece of equipment that you're gonna wanna get is the one that's staring right back at me, which is a DSLR camera. So I know that iPhones are getting a lot better nowadays, but they still lack the focus capability that you need in order to tell a cinematic story or to just shoot a cinematic video. So I would recommend that. The third piece of equipment that you're going to need is a solid lighting setup. So when I first started, all I had was a ring light. So one of those TikTok ring lights. So I had it shining on one of my first interviewees, and he or she probably felt like a TikTok star. And then what you're gonna need in order to record solid audio is a lapel mic. I would say lapel mics are the best option for affordability when you're first starting, because yes, you can use shotgun mics, but they are in general farther away. You could put one on top of a DSLR camera right here, but because of the distance between you and the subject, unless it's really strong and you have a boom mic, I would say a lapel mic is the best choice. I used a power devised one, and also I use a Zoom H1N recorder. So you can use those, or you can get an adapter to stick it into your phone and just use voice memos. Voice memos? Yep, it's true. And the last piece of equipment you are going to need is a tripod, which I have my camera standing on right here. So a tripod, obviously, it helps in stability and helps in making cinematic imagery, because you don't want your camera shaking all around if you had it handheld. Unless it's very stylistic, it's not going to work. The third step, I would say, is to create all of the time. All the time, because what can happen sometimes is that you get so bogged down in reading everything or watching every YouTuber that you don't create. You don't learn by doing. And I think that's the major thing that is most indicative of a successful videographer. Are you willing to put yourself out there? Are you willing to subject yourself to rejection? I think that's the cornerstone of somebody who's going to be successful, not only in videography, but in life. And then what goes along with that is that you need radical humility. Have no ego, because somebody is always going to have some piece of advice, no matter who they are. I'm ahead of some of you who are watching this right now, but also I'm not ahead of others of you that are watching this right now. But regardless of who you are, I'm willing to bet that there's something that you know from your own particular experience that I don't. And so if you went about it as though, you know, I'm so prideful and I know everything about filmmaking and videography and editing, then you're not going to learn that one little tidbit that that person had to share with you. And they're not thinking that they're better than you. They're just thinking, oh, you know, I want to share this one little piece of advice. So always be accepting of what other people have to share with you. I would say the 5th step of becoming a pro videographer is be smart at marketing yourself. So what I would recommend is what I'm doing right now. Shoot some YouTube videos, put yourself out there. You'll learn not only how filmmaking works a little bit more, because you're going to want to create the best possible videos on your YouTube, but also you're going to show other people that you are a filmmaker, you're a videographer, and you like to talk about these things. You know, it's up to you exactly how you want to do it. You could go through Instagram as well and comment on people's posts, or, you know, there's a number of different things that I can make a whole video about, but remember to be smart at marketing yourself. The 6th step, and I think it might be my favorite one, is legit call yourself a pro videographer. That's legit the biggest step between those that aren't a pro videographer and those that are. You need to call yourself a pro videographer. Because when you call yourself a pro videographer around your friends, around your family, around your potential clients, then there's that immediate respect because there's confidence there. Now what you got to do is back it up. So once you call yourself a pro videographer, it's like, okay, now you have that extra motivation. The last step in becoming a pro videographer, and it's a soft one, is to lead with love. Lead with love. So what does that mean? When you're communicating with other people, you gotta love them. Because people can tell. They can tell if you're coming in with hatred or if you're coming in with manipulative intent, and it's not going to help you. It's just going to hurt you if you're trying to be so competitive that you're tearing down other videographers or you're talking behind people's backs. And then it's not going to bode well for you. So you need to lead with love, and I think it's going to do well for you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next I have details on a giveaway, but first I just want to say thank you so much for being one of my first 100 subscribers. I've got confidence that we're going to be moving quickly and we're going to be growing quite a bit, so thanks for being along at the beginning of the journey. I sincerely appreciate you guys, and I just want to be your friend. So if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. You can see the details on the screen, but I'd just love to talk to you. Alright, see you guys. Love ya. We're going to be giving away a DJI Ronin at 1,000 subscribers. Just make sure you're subscribed, leave a like and comment on this video because the pick will be at random.